Hi, I'm Lisa Hostetler Brown, and this is Legally Speaking with LawyerLisa. Today we're going to talk about a really important topic that a lot of people don't have enough information about, and that is durable powers of attorney or financial powers of attorney. If you have done your estate planning documents, you should make sure that you have a financial power of attorney. And that's an important first step, but it's way more important than that. As you get older and the chances that somebody might need to take over for you begin to increase because you might get sick or need care in the future, that power of attorney will become critical. And at some point in time, it will be essential that that power of attorney has all the stuff in there for your family to be able to do long-term care planning for you. Now, if you got your power of attorney years ago when you were younger, maybe when you had a small family or you're planning for just in case, it's important that you revisit this because as you get older, your power of attorney needs to be a long-term care planning power of attorney. Now, nobody's going to say that or use that term, but it is important that it has all of those provisions in it. We find this all the time. When a couple comes in for planning, they have powers of attorney from when they were young, and they don't allow them to do the certain things that we might need to do if we're trying to plan for how we're going to pay for care in the future, how we're going to make sure one spouse is taken care of if they're sick, and that the family is taken care of. It's critical if you're trying to preserve and protect assets for your family. That power of attorney should have certain powers allocated to your agent to be able to do that. Most powers of attorney do not have these provisions. So if you don't know, you probably don't have the right kind of power of attorney. If you didn't see an elder law attorney as you were aging and planning for this, you probably don't have the right power of attorney. This can be a critical, expensive mistake as you get older. And let me give you an example. A wife comes in, her spouse is sick, he has dementia. She needs to move assets around to be able to access resources to pay for his care. We can get her set up to have government resources pay for roughly $8,000 of care per month for her husband. But her power of attorney doesn't allow her to move the money around so that we can access those resources. Instead, she has to spend down resources to get below the default level. She can't save that money to care for herself in the future, and then they can access those resources instead of being able to protect that hard-earned money and to make sure that she's going to be able to age the way she needs to because she's still healthy at this point. It's a critical mistake that people make, and they're not to blame because you probably didn't even know that you needed these provisions in your power of attorney. So make sure that you have your power of attorney reviewed. It probably needs to be updated if it's more than a few years old to make sure that it has the right provisions in it. If you'd like more information about whether you have the right power of attorney or to schedule a consultation to have your power of attorney and other documents reviewed to make sure they're the right ones, you can visit the QR code on the screen or go to LawyerLisa.com. We'd love to help you make sure that you have the right documents in place for a successful aging journey. I'm Lisa Hostetler Brown, and this is Legally Speaking with LawyerLisa.